Hey YouTube, when I made my run at the Toronto Regionals, I used 6 Pokemon. Carbink, Sandslash, Gligar, and the 3 on the screen here. And these 3 on the screen were the reason that I made it that far. These were my MVPs of the team. So I thought, let's just put them together for Open Great League. I've already kind of gone over Medicham and Lickitung a lot in previous videos. You know, you get with them. Great safe swaps, very bulky. Um, can usually grab shields or flip switch in a lot of scenarios. So they're just super strong from that perspective. Charjabug I haven't talked about a ton. Why I brought it to regionals was because each regional team has like a set group of Pokemon they bring. It's always Medicham. It's either Lickitung or Umbreon. And then there is usually a grass, there's usually a water, there's usually a steel, and then there's a sixth. Usually a flyer, actually, is the sixth. So Charjabug can beat Medicham because you resist the counters. You lose to Lickitung, but it's close. You beat uh, Lantern if it's a Spark Lantern. You beat the grass because you resist grass and you hit super effective with X Scissor. You beat Umbreon because you hit super effective with X Scissor. You can beat Flyers as long as it's not a Gligar, which is half ground. Right? So Charjabug has a lot of play against a lot of the main meta that you are seeing. So that's why I brought it, and that's why it was super, super strong. So the thing is, there's a big difference between Show 6 and Open Great League here. Show 6, you know the Pokemon that your opponent has, so you can build a team accordingly. You cannot do that for GBL, and what you're seeing here is, like, I will have problems if I see something like a Gligar on the lead, because Charjabug is going to get killed by Gligar, and then so is Medicham, so I have to like Lickitung Maryland really option. So it's a little limited from that perspective. So keep that in mind if you are going to run it. But overall, these three are very, very strong. So we have on the lead here Mirror Match. Now my IVs are 0, 15, 15, so I would not be surprised if I lose the Mirror Match. That's going to be okay, because I think what happens here is we get down to like a couple HP, and then they win CMP. But that just allows me to like counter a couple times, and this is probably one of the main answers for Medi, unless they have like multiple, which they could, because a lot of people run Medi. You can run multiple counters to Medi. So get the second one off here. We're now eventually going to go and CMP on the third one here, which they will win. Not surprising. I have a 0, 15, 15 IV. So they get taken out. That's fine. I'll get it. So it's only one counter, it looks like. So one counter, that's fine. I don't have to take Volt Switch. And here we go. There is no reason you come in to a super, super, super glassy Greninja unless you are double weak to fighting in the back. So I'm not even worrying about shielding. I mean about throwing a move. I'm just gonna shield, double shield. That's fine. I figure you're gonna be weak in the back to this, and you are double weak to fighting here. So I got one Ice Punch off. I'll get a second Ice Punch off. I'll get a third Ice Punch off. I may even get a fourth one off, because one Precipice Blade. No, not Precipice Blade. Precipice Blade? No, Scorching Sands. This isn't Groudon. Scorching Sands does not take me out, so I got the second shield. I got an Ice Punch, and now I'm going to take this out with the next Ice Punch before they take me out. So Hyper Beam, not enough. Get the Ice Punch off. Take them out for the win. Lickitung, not even required here. So Charjabug against Froslass. This is an even matchup, and it depends what they throw, because I've played this against JJan. If they throw Shadow Ball, you are in farm down range. If they throw Avalanche, you're going to easily get to a second move here. Like, so if they threw Shadow Ball, I would have been like one, or they would have probably taken me out because they farmed up a lot. But now, because they didn't, I grabbed a shield and I took this into the deep red. So I just took a shield and this Pokemon super low. I can now just lick down. I'm in a great position, depending what's in the back. So as a fighter, I will come in here immediately. They have a Swampert. That's okay. Medicham's kind of useless. Machamp is kind of useless against my Medicham, and a 2v1 shield scenario here is more than sufficient here. They get no call on the Ice Punch. Unfortunate for them. I could have shielded double Hydro and just farm down, Once they threw that, I'm like, okay, I can now grab a shield or take this out. Either way is fine. This game's over. Counters resisted. They only have cross chop, rock slide. And so this game is over. And I think they like, I don't even think I shield because I get the ice punch off and then I'll get a lick body slam off. But I think they quit before that. I think they like let this go if I remember. Writing is on the wall for this team. But Charjabug right at the beginning against Froslass. This thing has a lot of good matchups. Counter Vigoroth. Again, you're going to resist the counters. Body slams are come quick. Gligar in here, and this is where I'm glad I have the option for Gligar because I need it on my Lickitung here. I let it go. I feel like I get not screwed, but I feel like I just take the worst of the worst. I take a dig and I feel like I shield a, and then you're seeing frame drops. Like that body slam should have put this in the red, but I only got a great because it's you saw that frame drop twice. So I do shield a dig, but now they're at like another one before. Oh, we CMP aerial ace. Yeah, I remember this. Maybe I should count. Counting video coming next Monday to a phone or tablet or computer near you. Vigoroth comes back in. That's fine. This is fine because I can chip here. And chipping will just put it within Volt Switch X Scissor range. So I'll come back in here, get the full Volt Switch through, which is very nice. They go Bulldoze if I remember. Yeah, they go Bulldoze. I click again. This game is real rough right now. Not enough to take out. I instant swap. Oh yeah, and I got 2 hard answers. So you're also double weak to Skeledirge. Charjabug weak to fire. Medicham as a ghost counter Disarming Voice. So this matchup is over. Yeah, you can't. This is one of those, I always say, when I build teams, I build for the meta I am seeing. I don't mind losing games like this because the probability of someone having a Skeledirge is very, very low, right? So I'm fine with taking this loss here. It's just kind of like when you see this Pokemon, you just kind of got to shake your head and be like, okay, like, unlucky. What are you supposed to do? Like, what are you supposed to do there, right? So Charjabug Azumarill. People were bringing Azumarills a bunch. Like, this is a good answer. Sableye. This is a decent answer. I have a good answer here. This is the one where I just get hit all the wrong scenarios. I'm like, oh, they'll for sure throw a return. And they throw a foul play, and then they throw a return, and then they shield the power whip, and just like every single move that everyone that I needed to do properly, like this is a return, shield up, power whip. I think they flip switch here because they just like hit me with every right move. Or do I get a body slam? Because will a return take me out from here? I don't think they can get to a return. But I think they shield and try and flip switch. I don't remember, quite honestly. I just did these. Yeah, they do shield and flip switch. But I get to body slam, so they actually have to throw, which is not bad, right? That's just the strength of Lickitung. You're not really going to Shadow Claw down a Lickitung. So now I'm just going to get a couple more here. So this is good. Have energy. What was on the lead? I throw a discharge here, which is fine because one ice punch isn't going to take it out. But I think I'm probably going to go into Medi soon. I have to shoot. What am I doing? I mean, I could double discharge it out now. What do they have on the lead again? Azumarill. Why am I... Okay. I mean, this matchup is actually not bad. I remember, I do win this matchup. I still don't like how I play this looking back. Because one play rough does not take out. Because I had a counter advantage. Yeah, because I had a counter advantage. Because Bubble is a 3-turn move and it takes 6 and 5. So that is 11 turns at 1.5 versus my 16 plus the counter advantage. So I actually do keep switch here, like take it out. And the good news is I then have back-to-back discharges. So I will win this. I probably should have made that switch. Once I get the first discharge off, I need to make that switch much quicker into Medi there, knowing that I knew they had the Azumarill because I was at the beginning. Whimsicott. The only problem with this is that this is only neutral because Fairy resists Bud. Excuse me. Fairy resists Bud. So those are only doing neutral, which is still doing some good chip there, right? This X-Scissor buff has significantly helped out this Pokemon. I remember this game. I lost this game because of that attack drop. Had they not attack dropped me, that would have taken out. Had I taken this out, I keep switch here. Or they would have shielded and I would have had a shield advantage. But what you're going to see here is that I just get hard countered, that I would have hard countered them. So they have a Greninja on my Lickitung and a Froslass on my Medi. So that attack fall in the front matchup there cost me this game. Because either I take out that Whimsicott and I have my Lickitung on their Froslass and my Medi on their Greninja, or I grab shield, I lose alignment, but then I have a 2-shielded 2v1 shield Medi in that matchup, and then I can play much differently. And you're gonna see I lose by like they're in the red by the time I lose. So that is unfortunate, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. That is GBL. I try to make a couple Night Slash calls, and I remember getting hit with a Hydro here. I let this next one go, and it is a Hydro, and then they can Water Shuriken me down. And I need a Power Whip, and I'm close to a Power Whip, but not close enough because they can take me out here, right? A couple licks away from that. So kind of unlucky. Medi lead, right? Good lead. This is why I brought it, to deal with the Medi that is on 100% of teams, essentially. So take the Ice Punch, which, if they're throwing Ice Punch, it means they have Dynamic Punch as their second move. Get to this X-Scissor, chip it there. Oh, yo, you are not seeing, that's not my video. That is my game doing that to me. Cost me that. Luckily, I still get back-to-back X-Scissors here, despite the very visual, very obvious leg stall there. Now I still get an X-Scissor on their Lickitung. Okay, chip. Maybe a Volt Switch registers, maybe it doesn't. It does register. Like, that's good chip on a Licky. And keeps alignment here. So I'll probably shield one Body Slam. Yeah, not surprising. Now I still may shield go like straight. Yeah, I don't mind shielding one Body Slam and then going for the straight counter down. The question is, are they going to get to a third one? And the answer is, I don't know, because I ain't counting, and they don't. But by this point, I'm basically at 2 Psychics, so I just go back-to-back Psychic here, like force shield, or do a ton of chip, and I think they double shield, and then I can get the Power Whip off here. Yeah. So Charjabug at the front end there, allowing me to get alignment on the back end here. I mean, Medi has a good matchup against both of these Pokemon. But nice chip, getting the nice chip on Lickitung, getting Medi aligned there, allowing me to counter down basically, get alignment here, so I can take out back-to-back Pokemon here. I'm going to throw right away because I do not want to take another move, and the Lickitung is low enough that I should be fine just to take it out with this Pokemon. Yeah, they're going to throw a Body Slam, not enough to take me out. Lick down, counter down, whatever I want to do here. Okay, Swampert. One of the main problems with Charjabug is you need 2 Swampert answers, and that's why I ran with this core constantly whenever I brought Charjabug, because you need, if they have a Swampert on their team, which a lot of my opponents did, you need an answer to it. Unfortunately, really smart play. Before I can even get a move off, they now come into Togedemaru, who resists all my charge moves. I do remember being able to grab a shield because I think they farmed to like 100 energy here and maybe just lost count of my body slams or not counting because, you know, that happens. So they have to shield this or else I'm going to take them out. So I do grab a shield, but at this point it's now Medi has to sweep because I'm going to come and charge a bug. This is going to take me out. And I come charge a bug. I'm just going to eat these wild charges. They're going to be 2 of them because they got up to 100. So they're definitely back to back here. Plus these volt switches are resisted, so they're not going to take it out fast enough. It'll take it out, but for it to move, back-to-back wild charges, those hurt. I'm at an X scissor. Yeah, I'm not surprised that I just chunk a chip because then I could just like counter my way down here. It'll just depend what's in the back, and it is a hard counter team right now. Yeah, there's not much I can do. I do have a shield advantage, which is helpful. I don't know if it's helpful enough when you still have a fully loaded Swampert in the front. So I don't think I can get out of this. This is just a hard counter. Like, there's not much I can really do with this matchup. Try and counter down, come up with moves, but I think even the Swampert is probably close to a Hydro. So I have to try and take this out. I remember they shield and I go back to back, but then I think they get to the Hydro immediately and like take me out. Take out both, like farm a bit and have like 2 Hydros to take me out. I think I try and catch, thinking my win condition is like into an Ice Punch, but now they only got like 1-2 extra mud shots there, and they're at back-to-back Hydros here to take me out. So there's 1, there's 2. Hard counter, and I still got it to the deep red. So those are the ones you're just like, I did as best I could in that matchup. There's not much you can do in those. Charjabug against Umbreon, again, very nice. Unless the game screws you, because I remember this. This is an easy matchup if you... And they went last resort twice. So I will definitely X-scissor them twice to take out. Unless the game bugs out on you and frame drops you. So we both CMP'd. Well, they maybe actually did it because there's a 3 versus 4, so that maybe they can get one more sneak through there. But I get this off. I remember like the game. That's fine because it's 3 versus 4. It's interesting. Is that part of the game? Is that okay? Either way, I'm loaded with energy. Azumarill comes in. Is that part of the game? 3 versus 4. I gotta look that up. 3 versus 4. Fast turn move. We both clicked, but mine was a delayed. So does it not register? Is that what's happening? I did 3 turn move. They did 4 turn move. Technically, they're clicking before I should have the opportunity to click. So even though I am clicking, it's not registering because it's still on their 3. So maybe that's right. Maybe that's just the 3 versus 4 turn rule there. That even though I click on it, I don't get the delayed, because then if I would get the delayed, they would get a snarl through, which isn't truly fair. So I guess that is just a game mechanic from that perspective. Anyways, I shield up because in the ones I can take this pretty low. I'll lose, but I'll take this low. They're going to have to throw. And then hopefully I can just lick down and come out with a power whip for the win. Yeah. And now I can power whip for the win. Should be enough 50% health to take out from here. Or like 1 or 2 more licks. Few more licks. Quite a lot more licks. Holy smokes. From power whip. Power whip does like what, 40% to an Azumarill? Really? That's it? I guess it is pretty tanky. Anyways, so that's the team. Like I said, these 3 carried me in the Toronto regionals. That being said, again, GBL is different from like a show 6. So it could affect you from that perspective. So just be aware that if you're going to use this team, you could run into issues like Gligar and stuff like that on the lead, which will cause you a lot of problems with this team. But outside that, I really like Charjabug. I think it's very, very strong in this current meta. And then Lickitung and Many are always strong. So we'll see if that changes next season, but we'll have to wait a few more weeks to find out. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching. Um, yeah, it's going up this week. I just don't know when, so I will just end there and say see you guys in the next one.